2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first-round action. Well, this is one of the great eating weeks on the PGA Tour. We're in the Bayou at TPC Louisiana. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this is a golf course where, well, if it's not raining, there's plenty of birdies.
And crocodiles to bite you if you hit it out of position. There's no doubt. This is in the middle of the swamplands. But I got to say, Pete Dye did an amazing thing with this land. He created, I think, one of the coolest golf courses on the PGA Tour. Very small bunkers in the fairways or just off the fairways. Very small bunkers around the greens. Small greens. It's just a work of art. I love it. It is a golf course you can have so much fun playing day in and day out. I got to say, it's tough. It's not that easy just because of how small some of the green complexes are. You've got to hit it well, but I think if you just know how to chip it and putt it, because you're not going to hit a lot of the greens, so you're going to rely on your short game quite a bit. I find this course to be a lot of fun to play, and you can make a lot of birdies, but the other stuff will come up and bite you if you're not careful.
Well, we love the raging Cajun city of Louisiana. It's a party town. But this week, it's back to stroke play. No team event, so golf your ball the whole way round. Let's get down to the action. That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make. He's currently tied for third. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
And this next putt, it's for bogey.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Let's catch up with Rickie Fowler from a moment ago.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
And if this can go down, he'll save par. Oh, so close. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Trailing by 4 strokes. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
And here we are with the third shot. 4 strokes off the lead. And here we are with their fourth. 4 shots behind our leader. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Oh, good look at a birdie here.
On a nice line.
Always good to lead the bounce-back category. That's a good stat. Currently at 2 over par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing. 8 days a week, that rhythm works.
Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Well, I hope you pack the bucket and spade because you're heading to the sand. And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. Not your best effort, still a mid-range putt coming up. A birdie putt awaits.
This really looks good.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Rickie Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
16 feet to the cup.
An important par save.
That was a gallant attempt. Unfortunately, a bogey goes on the scorecard there. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Here's their 6th shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Judging it beautifully.
Just a 4-footer remaining. And down she goes. Alrighty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today. This player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, sitting just below the cut line, they cannot afford any more mistakes. Birdies and pars are in order.
Let's head over to the 15th hole, shall we? Why don't we catch up with Rickie Fowler? Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Henny, how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. And he's safely on the green. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Wonderful shot. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're starting it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Yeah, well played. He has this putt to save his par. Ouch, that hurts. And in it goes. Sitting at 6 over for the day. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. And this one is for his par.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Nicely holed. And for par. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? In she goes. Let's head to the next. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Looks like this one might be in the bunker.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods? That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
And from the bunker here.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Found the sand just off the fairway here. Let's see what they can do. And this one is for bogey.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
Oh, what a lovely putt to make.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into a high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Here's some action from just a short time ago.
Good look here for a second shot.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. How close was that to going down? Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance.
Solid little par putt here.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana, and what a finish it is. A great short 4 at 16.
Luke, this is something special here. You can go for it if you want, but you better be mindful of that water up and around the green. Just lay it up out to the left, and you shouldn't have anything more than a pitching wedge to this minuscule green.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Yeah, a quality shot, that. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt. Just didn't drop. Big putt for par coming up. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup. Yeah, he'll take that. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This one might roll into the rough. Time for the second shot on the 18th. Ah, that's not the shot he was hoping for. Nicely done. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, just missed. That's just about 3 feet away. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. Well, unfortunately, this week was not their best. It's a miscut.
It's a sinking feeling when you go out there and you just don't have it. You miss the cut. Trunk slamming it is what they used to call it. Either way, it's just not a good feeling, and hopefully better days ahead.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.